China's policy is very clear. China will not fire the first shot, but China will not allow you to fire the second shot. China will never allow the United States to launch a war against China, conventional or nuclear, without suffering devastating consequences. If you have not watched the Victory Day parade in Beijing on September the 3rd, one of the weapons China demonstrated, we call it 61, because it can contain 60 nuclear warheads plus one hydrogen bomb. Now, in the world of today, let me tell you, which country has hydrogen bomb? China is the only country with hydrogen bomb. And that ICBM can cover every corner of the world in less than 20 minutes and destroy any target in any corner of the world without any possibility of being intercepted. I hope Washington has learned the lesson. If you want to have war, you will get war. If you want to destroy China, you will be destroyed. If you want to impose nuclear war on China, you will be wiped out by nuclear war. This is very...
Now, before I start this video, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank Empress Shantae on TikTok for this video. See, China issue a warning and a threat to the United States right now. You heard what that Chinese government person says. He says that China will not issue the first shot, but the United States, will not issue the second shot. In other words, that the United States not going to go to war with China because it will suffer the consequences. This comes after Donald Trump, the president of the United States, said he will test their nuclear weapons. Now, one thing about China is that they're not playing around. And when he explained about the 61, which means they have 60 nuclear warheads and one hydrogen bomb, do you know one hydrogen bomb can do? It can wipe out the entire country within minutes. And China, you heard them, is the only country that has a hydrogen bomb. See, we need to be careful of what we send to other countries. And I told you in one of my videos about what Trump just said, that we would test our nuclear weapons. To me, it shows you that he need to pipe down on this. Because again, I'm surprised that Russian President Vladimir Putin didn't say anything or even respond to what Trump is doing. And if China is also a nuclear power, like the United States, like Russia, like Pakistan, like Venezuela, like Israel, right? For you to threaten a Chinese like this, that you're threatening to go to war with China, you threaten to use nuclear war with China, and this is a dangerous talk we're talking about, and people are not taking this seriously. So when he said this, and this comes after Donald Trump said he would test our nuclear weapons. China already warned and threatened us and said, if you do this, and I told you there's no coming back from this. So basically, and I told you this is a dangerous talk. You cannot survive a nuclear attack. Nobody could survive a nuclear attack. And people need to be aware of this. When Donald Trump, who made this comment, well, we need to test our nuclear weapons, and then I asked myself why he would say something like this, and then now China come around and said, listen, if you do this, in other words, you will suffer the consequences. In other words, China has 60 nuclear warheads and one hydrogen bomb that can eradicate this country within minutes. So I hope that, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, the vice president, heed this warning seriously, because China is not playing around. And again, I'm surprised that Russian President Vladimir Putin didn't respond what Trump is saying yet. But China is serious with this. So let me know what y'all think about this. I mean, listen, we got to be very careful of what we say about other countries, or we threaten other countries with nuclear weapons, because this is World War III, and there's nothing coming back from that. Nothing. For him to say this, we definitely need to be alert on this. I'm talking about the United States. We need to be alert on this. This is not about politics. It's not about reparations for FBAs. It's not about all of this. Is a very dangerous talk. That if China and the U.S. go to war, there's no coming back from this. Either side will lose, basically, because once China launches nuclear weapons and the United States will retaliate, all bets are off. All diplomacy is off. All negotiations is off. Everything will be gone. Everything. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.